Our story begins not in a palace, but in a shared flat. In the city of Leningrad, known today as St. Petersburg, in the year 1952, a boy named Vladimir was born. He was the youngest of three, and his family's world was small and tough. They did not have a home to themselves. They lived in a kommunalka, a communal apartment, sharing a kitchen and bathroom with other families. His father was a factory worker, a strict man who believed in discipline. His mother, a kind but strong woman, worked as a cleaner. The lesson of their lives was simple: work hard, endure, survive. The young Vladimir was not a big child. He was small and skinny. On the rough streets of his neighborhood, this sometimes made him a target. But instead of accepting this, he decided to change it. At the age of 12, he walked into a martial arts gym. He chose judo. Judo is not just about strength. It is about using an opponent's force against them. It is about leverage, patience, and strategy. He fell in love with the discipline. The throws and pins taught him more than self-defense. They taught him control, focus, and an inner confidence that size could not provide. He would eventually earn a black belt, carrying the mindset of a judoka for the rest of his life. As a teenager, like many boys, he was fascinated by stories of spies. But for him, it was more than a fantasy. He saw a Soviet film about brave intelligence officers, and a clear, concrete ambition ignited within him. He would join the KGB, the Soviet Union's powerful security agency. This dream dictated his every choice. He knew he needed an excellent education and specific skills. He focused intensely on his studies, but not on everything equally. He understood the value of languages, so he dedicated himself to learning German. He was a serious, quiet student, always with a clear goal in view. After school, he was admitted to study law at Leningrad State University, a prestigious path that could open the right doors. In 1975, his persistence paid off. The young law graduate was recruited by the KGB. The boy from the communal flat had passed through the first gate of his ambition. His early career was not glamorous. It involved paperwork, analysis, and patient observation. He was posted to East Germany during the 1980s, at the height of the Cold War. His work there remains largely secret, but the experience was formative. He witnessed the power structures of a satellite state, the tensions between East and West, and, crucially, the beginning of the end. He saw the Berlin Wall fall, not with a bang, but with a confusion that spoke of a crumbling system. The mighty Soviet Union he had sworn to serve was weakening. For a man trained in control and order, this was a period of profound uncertainty. With the USSR dissolving, he returned to a changed Leningrad, now called St. Petersburg once more. The KGB's future was unclear. In 1991, he formally left the agency. He took a small, bureaucratic job at his old university. It was a humble step down from the world of international intrigue. But opportunity often knocks quietly. His old law professor, Anatoly Sobchak, had become the city's first democratically elected mayor. Sobchak needed people he could trust, people who were efficient and discreet. He offered his former student a job as an advisor. This was the classroom where Vladimir Putin learned real politics. He was not a flashy speaker seeking the spotlight. He was the man in the back room, making deals work, solving logistical problems, and understanding how power flows through the corridors of government. He earned a reputation for being fiercely loyal, relentlessly competent, and cool under pressure. When Sobchak lost his position, his loyal assistant was noticed by powerful people in the capital. In 1996, he moved to Moscow. He climbed the ranks of the presidential administration, a master of bureaucracy in a time of chaotic transition. Russia in the 1990s was a place of wild capitalism, economic shock, and weakened authority. Then, in August 1999, President Boris Yeltsin made a stunning announcement. He was appointing this relatively unknown, quiet bureaucrat as prime minister. Many were confused. Who is this man? Yeltsin was frail, and the country was unstable. Just 4 months later, on New Year's Eve, Yeltsin appeared on television again. In a shocking move, he resigned. He named the prime minister as his acting successor. Almost overnight, the boy from Leningrad was the acting president of Russia. He won his first official election in March 2000. The country he inherited felt broken to many Russians. The economy was shaky, oligarchs controlled vast wealth and media, and a separatist war in Chechnya was bleeding the military's prestige. He moved quickly to project strength and restore order. On Chechnya, he took a famously hard line, vowing to pursue terrorists wherever they are. It was a message of relentless resolve that resonated with a public tired of feeling weak. Economically, he re-centralized control, particularly over the massive oil and gas industries. As global energy prices rose, money flowed into state coffers, stabilizing the economy and funding the military. He made examples of certain oligarchs, arresting them for fraud, sending a clear signal that the state was the ultimate power. The chaotic Wild East capitalism of the 90s began to recede. A key part of his leadership has been the careful cultivation of an image. The public saw a man of action, riding horses shirtless, practicing judo, piloting fighter jets, discovering ancient treasures while diving. This was the strongman persona, a leader physically and mentally tough, in touch with Russia's historical might. This image was paired with a narrative of national revival. He spoke often of restoring Russia's rightful place as a great power, of defending traditional values against a decadent West. For many citizens, after the humiliations of the 1990s, this fostered a renewed sense of pride and identity. Globally, he positioned Russia as an independent, unwavering power. He challenged American dominance, most notably in a famous 2007 speech in Munich where he denounced U.S. unilateralism. He built strategic partnerships, turning to China as a crucial economic and political ally. He intervened decisively in the Syrian civil war, securing Russia's sole Mediterranean military base and proving its ability to shape Middle Eastern outcomes. Behind the public figure is a man of intense routine and private interests. By all accounts, his personal life is disciplined. He maintains a strict fitness regimen. He is a lover of animals, often photographed with dogs. He enjoys classical music and reads history extensively. He is known to work long hours, often late into the night. This private discipline is the fuel for the public persona. The journey from a shared flat to the Kremlin is not just a political biography. It is a study in the making of modern power. It reminds us that leaders are shaped by their past, and in turn, they strive to shape the future of nations. Thank you for learning with us today. We explored words like resilience, ambition, bureaucracy, annexation, sovereignty, and legacy. Try to use one of these new words in a sentence in the comments below. If you found this exploration of history and language valuable, please like and subscribe for more. Until next time, keep learning and keep thinking critically about the world.